diver in a heavy copper helmet descends into the crushing darkness. At 150 feet below, his lamp illuminates a nightmare. Severed bronze limbs and screaming marble faces scatter the seafloor. Amidst the ancient corpses, he grabs a heavily calcified, greenish lump of rock. It would take decades to realize this rock. The story begins with a crew of Greek sponge divers from the island of Simi. Seeking shelter from a violent storm, they anchored near a barren rock called Antikythera. Waiting out the weather, Captain Kondos decided to search the local seabed. He sent his best diver, Elias Stadiatis, over the side. Standard diving suits of 1900 were primitive, heavy, and extremely dangerous. Air was manually pumped down a single rubber hose by exhausted men on deck. Down Elias went, slipping past the safe depths into the crushing abyss. At this depth, nitrogen saturates the blood, twisting the diver's mind. He reached the bottom and stumbled through the freezing mud. Suddenly, the sheer hull of a massive wooden shipwreck loomed. It was a Roman freighter, sunk 2,000 years prior. Elias panicked, signaling the surface. He had found a graveyard. Hauled onto the deck, Elias stripped off his helmet, trembling in terror. He raved about a seabed covered in naked, rotting women and severed horses. The captain thought Elias was suffering from nitrogen narcosis, the madness of the deep. But to be sure, the captain put on the suit and dropped into the water himself. When he reached the bottom, he realized Elias wasn't crazy. The ship was carrying the greatest hoard of ancient art ever discovered. For 10 months, divers brutally salvaged the wreck, risking their lives daily. The depths took a terrible toll. 1 diver died, and 2 were paralyzed by the bends. Alongside the magnificent statues, they brought up lumps of encrusted bronze. Unimpressed, the Greek government tossed these lumps into a museum courtyard. The greatest technological marvel of antiquity sat ignored in the rain. It wasn't until 1902 that an archaeologist noticed something impossible. Embedded in the calcified rock was a perfectly cut gear wheel.